Now with me is another co-host of the exhibition 50 Years of Colonoscopy. With me is Mathew Tallis from the UK and from Fujifilm. I think I pronounced it correctly. It's Fujifilm, it's not Fujifilm as we Germans usually say. You are in the endoscopy field for quite a while now. In your mind, what are the most significant advancements that Fujifilm has made in the endoscopy field?
I think we've seen huge innovation over the last 30 years, but if we think about the acceleration of innovation within the last sort of 20 years, we've seen endoscopes move from fiberscope technology to camera technology, and these days very, very high definition, high resolution endoscopy to allow physicians to see more, diagnose more, and ultimately be able to treat patients in a preventative way. It was quite an interesting meeting that I was at yesterday where Professor Chisar Hassan talked about artificial intelligence in endoscopy and how artificial intelligence has been talked about as a concept for a few years as the future for endoscopy. And I think what's really interesting and what we've seen around this event is that artificial intelligence is actually now a reality, it's here. So what can we do with that to benefit patients? How can we help physicians to use that in aiding them to do the jobs that they do on a daily basis, improving patients' lives?
You already mentioned it. How can we benefit patients not only by doing the endoscopy and the colonoscopy, but in terms of patient comfort? What can Fuji do to increase this comfort?
I think there's a whole host of different ways that we can do it through technology, first of all, to make endoscopes more ergonomic, more easier to use. I think education plays a huge part in patient comfort, and I think it's a responsibility of industry to work with and collaborate with physicians to continue to support education, to provide the best patient care, the best techniques in endoscopy to improve outcomes for patients.
Now, doctors are usually pretty demanding, at least they can be really demanding. What do they demand from you in this field? Is there anything on their wish list which makes it difficult for you?
That's a really wide open question. Everything, continuous innovation, but with that efficacy. Regulatory and quality is incredibly important and is paramount to Fujifilm. So I think it's to continue and to never stop pushing the boundaries of innovation within endoscopy and to support with them and work with them to collaborate and develop new technologies that is ultimately going to make their lives easier but their patients' lives better.
Now let's imagine 10 years from now, where will Fujifilm in the field of endoscopy be then?
That's a very good question and a difficult one to answer because things are innovating so fast that before we know it, things are upon us.
But I think artificial intelligence will play a crucial role in the future, in the near future.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it will enable physicians it will support them in their day-to-day work, give them more confidence. Physicians are with an aging population under a lot more pressure to look after our populations. But I was just reading actually a remark on the board over there earlier that said, potentially we could be endoscoping on the International Space Station in many years to come, so you never know.
Let's see what the future will bring, and thank you very much for being with us, and enjoy Barcelona and your own exhibition. Thank you very much, Mathew.